Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here as usual. This is my fifth Asta River Cruise Expo. I've been to them all, and this woman besides me, I've interviewed many times here,
Yes.
Jen Halbeth, who's the CEO of Riverside Luxury Cruises. And a great product. I've sailed on it, and she's here as usual. She's been here now for 4 years.
This is our fourth one.
Fourth
It's
one.
my favorite place to run into, James.
Okay, well,
Yes.
and my favorite place to run into you all the time, and we're going to get a little update on what's going on with Riverside today, and you'll hear all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Jen, first of all, wonderful to see you. How are you?
Always great to see you, James. I'm amazing. I'm at the Asta River Cruise Expo.
There you go, and here you are. You're on Riverside Debussy.
Did
here.
you say? Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
right.
All the ships are named after composers.
That's right, and I actually have been on this one, I believe, on the Rhone. I think I was that.
Oh, so on the Rhone you would have been on the Ravel, but it's
Then I
an
was on the Ravel, so it's called.
exact sister ship, though. So that's what's so easy about selling Riverside. We really only have two ship styles.
There you
Yeah.
go. And so total, I was going to ask you, what's the fleet size now? You have 3 ships in the fleet right now, right?
We have 3 ships for sailing, but we own all 5.
That's right. You chartered out 2 others too.
Yeah.
We won't say the name of the line.
No, but
But-
we'll flow them back in as needed.
I know you told me that last year. So you have the 2 that are in. I guess where do they sail now?
Okay, yeah. So the Debussy starts up in Tulip Time, comes down onto the Rhine, the Mosel, the Main, and goes down to the lower Danube.
Okay.
The Mozart,
Yeah.
because it's extra wide, is confined to the Danube. Sails between Passau and Budapest.
Okay.
You know, and a 3 plus a 4 equals a 7 and a 10. It's very, you can kind of add on as you like.
Right.
And then the Ravel is in the south of France on the Rhone and Saône.
And that was a marvelous cruise. I remember that. That was a
Yeah.
couple of years ago. I went on that one, and they're amazing ships. And you've even updated. They were renovated to begin with when they were part of another company,
Yeah.
but you've also added a lot more to the whole thing.
The whole-
Everyone.
Yeah, and we've really added on the software side of things.
Right.
I mean, when it comes to the hardware, we did a lot more with the Vista deck. We, put all updated, brightly colored furniture up there. We pipe in music, and we have 2 green eggs, and we do these al fresco lunch, and if possible, an al fresco dinner, which is really one of the most magical experiences on Riverside.
Well, I've had the one on Ravel with the barbecue up top, and
Mhm.
that was a marvelous evening, and it really was unexpected. And I've also had the other thing you have, and I think you've done some stuff there, is in that tastings restaurant, the chef's table,
The vintage room.
the vintage room. I got to get that right.
Yeah.
I keep you have the vintage room, and
Yes.
and it is a wonderful experience, right?
Yeah, and it's different than, say, other people's chef's table, because it is truly an elevated experience. So it is one of the few things is additional charge. It's not included in the
Right.
package because it's really for your true foodies, or maybe a milestone experience when you're river cruising, because it is a 7-course food and wine pairing, and the executive chef works with the sommelier. We're the only line to have a sommelier on every sailing. They come together, their beautiful brains create a beautiful menu, and people go into that room, they shut the door, and it's an event, and they come out different person. Maybe it's all the wine, but
Well, then I would count myself as a different person because
Yeah.
I did experience the vintage room. We went in for a whole group of us on Ravel, and it was a marvelous, marvelous evening.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the thing is, you can either do it as a buyout. So say, you were putting together a group, or I think the more magical is that a couple guests say they want to do it. You get 8 strangers, 10 strangers in there, and by the end of the evening, they're strangers no more. It's like, I think the wine is like truth serum in it or something, and people
I-
are sharing things that they would never share with
Oh, yeah.
strangers. It's pretty
we
magical.
had one of those evenings, and then at the end of the evening, there was a lawyer who actually picked up the whole tab. So.
Oh yeah!
That was-
Wow,
I know.
lucky you.
I know. Where was I? I was like, oh, okay, sure, that was great. And you do have some wonderful tours, and that particular tour, the river cruise on the Rhone is
Yeah.
just so full of wine and food, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
wonderful like that. And
Yeah.
then you have the classic one on the Mozart, which is a beautiful ship as well that has been completely restored, right?
Yeah, and the extra space. I mean, it's just like the lounge is huge, right? You forget that you're in a ship. You really, I mean, you get the feeling that you are in a hotel, but then you wake up in a different town, and then you realize you're on a ship.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, what's new at Riverside? What's to come in 2026 and 2027?
So, I mean, I think we're still in the place where we are just continuing to refine and define the brand, right? But having been this our fourth River Cruise Expo, I can really feel that we have arrived at that top luxury spot. So very proud of that. We've really owned the culinary. Cruise Critic gave us Best Dining on the River for the third year in a row.
Yeah.
We've only been sailing 3 years, right? We're only about to start our fourth year. So we make little changes. We are going to be adding some enhancements to the vintage room, doing lunch, dinners, unbundling if you want to just do the food. So we'll be making some announcements on that, but we're just going deeper with that. We will be adding some special interest cruises. We're actually doing a golf and a beer cruise this year. We tested the beer cruise with some media last year. They loved it.
You sign me up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and so work with a beer sommelier, if you will. And so we're introducing those, and we're going to be having a biking focused special interest in 27.
That's interesting, because everybody does biking, but not really saying this is a biking focused cruise.
Yeah, so we're going to give it a whirl, I mean, I think that a lot of times people either think that river cruising is passive, or because we're luxury, it's stuffy, and it's anything but. We just continue to add to the choices and variety on the ship, because we want to introduce more people to river cruising. Like, it is just come on and be who you are. Be on the go. Fill every minute, or kick back, get some spa, drink the Tattinger.
I couldn't see you being a formal luxury,
Yeah.
given your personality and the lines.
No one's buying that. No, we know.
It's really is casual luxury, and I felt that the way that the staff is wonderful. They become good friends to you, and when you're on board, and it's just a marvelous experience. And yeah, it's luxury all the way, with the food, with the accommodations, and we're in one of your suites here.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
This Debussy suite is gorgeous. Yeah, I like to call the service high touch, low ego.
Right. And that's probably a good way to go, because the rooms the room I had on the suite I had in Ravel was just astounding, and this place, I'm looking at the fire here.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
We're going to
warm ourselves, which is actually necessary in Amsterdam today.
It is a little chilly, but yeah, no, it's just it's the little touches, the ambiance of this. I just think that these ships, and that's why I love this expo. Every ship has a different feel, right? And I just think when you get on, it just like these ships just kind of hug you, right? Everything just feels soft as you're walking down. The lighting's nice, the cushions in the carpet, and it's just so comfortable and welcoming.
No, absolutely. And now, anything else you want to tell? We go out to 125,000 travel advisors, and you've used this River Cruise Expo so well to introduce your ships. You had a christening. I think it was the very first.
We've done two. First, I did the surprise, and then Allie, who has been emceeing.
The host here. Yeah.
She is here, the godmother of the ship. So I think this is the year for the thing that I've been really encouraged by is so many new to industry advisors. Right? They said there's 70% of the advisors here have never done an expo, but I'm also seeing just so new to the industry, and they are coming up and saying, I want to sell you. So a lot of times you get new to industry that kind of take a different path, like, I'm going to start selling this. And it's been one of my big messages, like, don't wait to sell River Cruise. Like, come right in, start selling it now, sell it to younger travelers, and, let's get going on River Cruise sooner rather than later.
Do you think you're attracting a younger demographic somewhat?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, you feel it when you get on. Yeah. Our average age is younger. I was on a sailing. I did bring my son on a Christmas time cruise. We had 9 guests under the age of 23.
That's amazing. They were traveling on their own or with their families?
With parents. We had a couple that we had met the previous year on a Christmas cruise, and they came back with their 3 kids who are 16, 19, and 21.
Wow! So you can bring your whole family on, and that's
connecting rooms.
I had that experience too when I on my Ravel cruise, that there was a family on board with kids that were older kids, but they were still, great to hang out with, and they enjoyed all the excursions, and we enjoyed dining with them, and
Yeah.
it really was a great thing for a family or younger people. But this is one of the keys, I think, in river cruising, is we have to start skewing a little younger than a lot of, and it is happening. It is happening.
It is absolutely happening, and why not? I mean, there's no easier way to do Central Europe. I mean, you can take your whole family and you can go to a hotel and then you can schlep all your stuff and get on a train. I don't care if you have a first class cabin or you have a first class flight. That's a lot of time of your vacation spent in logistics. Why not just get on a river cruise and enjoy the entire time?
Well, yeah, you don't have to convince me. I've been doing this for a little while, and I just keep finding new and better products coming online, like yours, that are really delivering an experience that people really want. And congratulations on what you've put together here. As you said, you're kind of easing into it and getting everything right, and I think you have it right.
Yeah, and really, it's the crew. I mean, the crew on this ship, on all of our ships, they are just something special. And that's the kind of thing that you can read a flyer, you can, talk to somebody else, but until you come on board and experience it yourself. So if you have not been on Riverside, we invite you to come aboard, because then you can see what is truly unique about what we're doing on the river.
Anything else you want to say to our travel advisors?
Just thank you. I wouldn't be sitting here. I mean, honestly, if the advisors had not gotten behind us since that first Asta River Cruise Expo, you would have lost so many opportunities to interview me on this couch, James.
And that would be a shame, right? That's well, and we've done this every year here. We seem to. This is an annual event.
Yes.
We should make it more every at least twice a year.
Okay, we'll see if we can make that happen.
Okay. Well, Jen, great to see you here. You had a marvelous presentation earlier, very innovative.
Yes. A little singing and dancing.
Yeah. A little solid gold performance, as they said.
Yep.
Which I guess there's going to be somewhat of the theme. You are known for having the best parties.
Yeah, so,
some of the best parties.
We're very excited for our gold party tomorrow night. We're all looking forward to it.
And I'll try to get over here. There are so many parties and there's so many places, but I did make it over last year.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it.
Very good. Jen, thanks again.
Thanks, James. Always a pleasure.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.